Time to make some picks. Chris Cotter with Trevor Matich, Brad Edwards. Guys, let's start with Florida at Florida State. Brad, what do you think?
I feel very similarly about this game to the way that I felt when Florida was about to play Georgia. I felt like they're going to play for their coach. I thought the upset was possible, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on calling it, and I still can't. I'm taking Florida State. I think it's going to be another close victory for the Seminoles.
Yeah, I've got Florida State. I think they'll be battered badly by the Florida defense and the Florida offense as they come downhill at them all game long. But I think Florida State will pull it out.
Speaking of coming downhill, expect both the Gophers and the Badgers to do just that with the Big Ten West on the line. What do you think about this one?
This is the tough one. Statistically, Wisconsin's defense is the best in the Big Ten, but they haven't faced any offensive juggernauts. This will be one of the better offensive teams that they face. And yet, when they play better offenses, they rise to the occasion and justify the stats. Because I think the defense is better. I'll go with Wisconsin.
Going with Wisconsin. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Wisconsin as well. Minnesota, while they're very good at running the ball, and they do have an injury concern at running back, but they're just very one-dimensional, and I think Wisconsin's defense is too good to be beaten, especially at home, by a one-dimensional offense.
Both of these teams are one-dimensional, but that one dimension can be pretty darn good.
That's a pretty good dimension.
Both ends, you're right. Yeah.
All right, what about Auburn and Alabama? The Iron Bowl, revenge on the mind of Nick Saban. You think this Bama team gets revenge?
I think they get revenge, and I think they'll strangle him for 3 quarters and pull away in the 4th. The biggest reason is that last year, D Ford and that defensive line of Auburn could get into anybody's backfield, and they did, and they caused trouble. Right now, there's injuries on that defensive line for Auburn. They're lacking the talent of a D Ford to cause that disruption behind the line. I think Alabama takes advantage of that.
Yeah, Auburn's defense has allowed 30 points or more in 5 straight SEC games. They're going to have a hard time holding Alabama down, and I don't really feel like Alabama is going to go out and dominate because they're not that type of team. But to me, I feel more like Auburn just kind of hit the wall at the end of the season. That schedule was so grueling. Now, hey, it's a rivalry game. Maybe they could get it back just for one day to ruin Alabama's season. But I have a hard time seeing them do it.
This is why they schedule an FCS school the week before the rivalry game. It's okay to do that.
Well, Auburn hopes that Duke Williams, their top receiver, will use that week to get healthy. They think he'll play in this game, and they may need him to play very well going up top and putting up big numbers to beat Alabama.